This is the Alfa Romeo Giulia, the fastest 5-passenger sedan to lap the Nürburgring in 7 minutes and 32 seconds. The Giulia provides seductive Italian styling, class-leading performance with a near 50-50 body-weight ratio. Giulia also uses carbon fiber drive shaft and provides shifts in less than 100 milliseconds. Let's go for a drive. Today I'm behind the wheel of a brand new 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia. This is the TI all-wheel drive variant, so this is not the quadrifoglio with the crazy 500 plus horsepower engine. However, this does have a 2-liter turbo engine pushing 280 horsepower. So, just how good is this Giulia? Well, let's find out. The Giulia from the outside definitely has that Italian look. It doesn't look like anything out there. None of the Germans or the Japanese or the Korean manufacturers. It has its really unique, curvy design, yet it's bold, it's in your face. You can't mistake an Alfa Romeo for anything else out there. As for the drive itself, it's a beautiful drive. The steering, let's start with that. For 2020, there is a brand new steering wheel. It's thicker, more cushioned, and it feels good. It looks better. So the steering wheel actually feels really nice. It has a really modern and stylish design, but the steering itself feels absolutely fantastic. It is very precise. There is no sway, just like this, very little, and I can feel it. So it's extremely precise. It has a good weight to it, yet it doesn't feel artificial. It actually feels like I'm connected with this Giulia, which is really hard these days because almost every car out there uses some kind of electronic steering, and it just feels artificial in a way. So this doesn't have that. Also, the suspension in here is pretty darn amazing. On normal roads like this, it's butter smooth. I mean, butter smooth. And I took some bumps on the gravel road. I had to do a U-turn, and that felt really good. So the suspension in here is actually quite amazing. And in terms of overall quietness, it's pretty darn quiet. I'm already going around 50 right now. I don't hear any wind noise. I don't really hear much of the road noise, a little bit from the cars, but overall this is also very quiet. So when you combine all that, it makes you feel like you're driving something special. Whoa! That got up to 60 pretty darn quick. I will say that right off the line, there's slight turbo lag. After 2,500, 3,000 RPM, this Giulia just rocketed it down. I mean, that hit 60 really, really quickly. So you're not gonna have a problem with acceleration, that's for sure. Yeah, man, that acceleration, this is a powerful engine and a good transmission. I don't feel the shifts at all, and the drive is pretty darn good. As I'm coming to a stop, I feel like the brakes catch on a little early, a tad early, but that's actually a good thing for a car like this. I mentioned the steering wheel has been updated for 2020. The infotainment screen has also been updated. It is now 8.8 inch and it's touchscreen. So that's a nice addition. You can use your hands or use the control dial over here. The problem is, it seems like it's a little bit laggy at times when I'm scrolling through with my fingers and pressing on things. Seems like there's a slight lag there. In terms of seating position, I feel like I'm sitting a little bit low. The dash is high, the hood is high. You know, I feel like it's more cozy, more like a sports car kind of vibe in here, where you're sitting low in the cabin. And I don't mind that in a sedan like this because you want to feel special, right? You don't want to feel like you're driving a normal sedan. So in terms of the cabin, for the most part, this Giulia has a nice cabin, especially with the dual colors, the contrast, and the dash and door panel, steering wheel, the shifter. It's covered. in nice leather, and it feels good in your hands. But there are some places in here, I'm looking at the edges of the wood trim. The fit is just not there. It looks like it's not covered well. And also there's places like the vents where it's just using black plastic and it just doesn't look like it belongs, right? Even in a sedan like a Mazda 3 and Mazda 6, you know, something that's a lot less expensive, you know, it's using aluminum vents, right? So there are some places in here I think that could be better. As for engines, there are two available. There is a 2-liter turbo that pushes 280 horsepower and 306 pound-feet of torque. And with this engine, the Giulia could do 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds. And if that wasn't enough, there is a twin-turbo V6 that's derived from Ferrari that pushes 505 horsepower. This engine allows a Giulia to do 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. All Giulia sedans use an 8-speed automatic. Other changes for the Giulia for 2020 that I didn't mention during my drive include a new 7-inch info screen in the gauge cluster with a new layout and graphics. There's a host of connectivity features such as Wi-Fi hotspot, mobile app, SOS call with roadside assistance, vehicle finder, and over-the-air updates. There's new driver assist features that are available for the Giulia, which include highway assist, traffic jam assist, traffic sign recognition, lane keep assist, active blind spot assist, and driver attention alert. Also, full speed forward collision warning is now standard. As for trim levels and pricing, there are 7 trim levels to the Giulia. The base rear-wheel drive starts under $40,000 and goes up all the way to the top quadrifoglio, which is under $75,000. All trims besides the quadrifoglio can be configured with all-wheel drive for additional $2,000. By the way, there is a new Giulia coming, and it's even more extreme than the quadrifoglio. It's called the Giulia GTA. The power gets increased to 540 horsepower, and the overall weight is cut down by 220 pounds. The hood, roof, front fascia, fenders are now all made from carbon fiber, and the 0 to 60 time decreases to 3.6 seconds. There will only be 500 available, and most are already allocated to Europe. However, FCA says they are evaluating opportunities in the US. Lastly, let's look at the good and bad to this brand new Alfa Romeo Giulia. Starting with the good, it has an Italian sports car look. The Giulia has amazing steering feel and precision. The Giulia is very comfortable because of the seats and the suspension. There's plenty of power even with the base engine. The upgraded infotainment system and cabin is nice. And finally, driver assist features are now available. As for the bad, there's a few things as well. The Giulia has a small back seat and trunk. The cabin fit and finish can be better. The turn signals work differently. And lastly, questionable long-term reliability has come up in the past. Overall, the brand new Giulia is a fantastic sports car. It looks great, it drives great, and is plenty fast. If you're in the market for a 4-door sports sedan, the Giulia is one you should definitely look at. Overall, I'm giving this Alfa Romeo Giulia TI all-wheel drive edition a score of 102. And if you want to see how it ranks among its peers, check out driversonlyrankings.com. Thanks for watching. Hit the like and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out these other videos.